Good morning, everyone. This is Paul Richards from Conference Room Systems, and in this video I'm going to take you from start to finish on setting up an AVBot in your Slack channel, in your Slack application. So as you can see here, I have a little test Slack app. We have a channel called Meeting Spaces and a channel called Zoom Rooms. Zoom Rooms is a company called Zoom. They do video conferencing rooms, and we're going to use that as our example. So the very first thing you want to do is go to avbot.io. And you can read a little bit about it, and you want to go to installation. And it's a very simple installation. You would just very quickly add to Slack, and you can see here I have two Slack teams, so I'm going to choose my AVBot Slack team, and I'm going to authorize the use of the AVBot with my Slack channel. So that was successful. So now that I've done that, I can actually go into my Slack channel and start using the AVBot. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to create a room. So I'm going to do AVBot help is what I'm going to start with, because that actually brings up all of the commands. So if you're ever lost and you need to figure out, it's your first time using it, you can come here and learn how to find a meeting space, submit feedback, and then create rooms and equipment management, which is what we're going to start with. So the very first thing is we're going to create a room, and we're going to do AVBot create, and we'll call this San Fran Zoom Room. Let's say we've got we'll call it the San Fran Zoom Room. So I've created that room, and we get a return saying that the room has been created. And each room can have various different pieces of information. So one of the first things you want to do is maybe set the occupancy, because it's a searchable field later. And we'll set the room occupancy. Let's say there's 24 people. It's the max that we can have. And it has updated that. That's a public message, because whenever something is being created, deleted, or updated, it actually submits it to the channel. So that has been submitted to the channel. And we'll put this description here. We'll call the description of the room, we'll say main boardroom with Zoom Room technology. So that's our description. And then we will update the location of, we'll just say downtown San Francisco. Okay. And now we can add some resources. So let's add a couple resources to the room, and resources are also searchable. So let's add a resource. We'll say one resource will be, we'll call it webinar. So there's a webinar license dedicated to this room. So we've got our Zoom Room webinar added. We also have Zoom Room. So we've got the Zoom Room resource available there. And let's add one more resource. We'll just say, wireless presentation is also enabled in this room. So now that we've added all of that, let's go ahead and just run a report on the room. So you can do AVBot report, and that will give us a report on the room that you have currently selected. So as you can see here, we can see that the downtown San Francisco room has our description there. Does not have a status or an admin yet. So let's go ahead and add that. So we go ahead and do room resource, update room status, and we'll just say working. And then let's also update room admin. Every room can have a unique admin. Let's say is Eric Richards. Okay, so that's and let's just go ahead and run our report one more time. So we're on the report. We can see here the status is working in this room. It's got a few resources, but we also want to add some equipment, because we want to be able to, let's add a camera. So we'll add a camera to the room, and we'll add a microphone. First, let's add a speakerphone. And that's just all we're going to do for this demo. So now we can see here, AVBot report, that we now have a camera and a speakerphone in this room. So let's just AVBot, hit AVBot update. And what update does is it gives us all the rooms and the ability to update the information in the equipment. So let's say we want to update the camera. Well, what we would do is we would do AVBot update 1, because it is number 1 in our item list, and let's just update the model. And let's just say we have a HuddleCam HD 20X in this boardroom. So there's the model. We could also update other things such as description and the status, whether it's working or not. It's default to working. And let's just do the status of the microphone as well. Update, or the model of the microphone. We'll say it's a Huddle Pod Air. So now we've got all that. Let's run our report one more time. And now this room is really starting to fill out. So we've got the occupancy, the location, the description. It's a working status. There's an admin there. This admin can also have a unique email address so that when users submit feedback or a support ticket through Slack saying that this room is something wrong with it, it will automatically email that, automate the emails for support. And we've got a camera, we've got a speakerphone. We could add descriptions here, but for this webinar we won't. We can also update and change the picture. So let's just update the picture here so that we can see. This is by default. It's showing a medium to large size room because we have selected 24 people as our occupancy. But let's go ahead and update the image. So AVBot update room image to this. So now that we've updated the room, now that's a picture of the room there. When we run our report, that picture will now show up. So you can have custom images for each room. And now if we do AVBot list rooms, and of course we only have one room, but this is the one room that we have. So let's add one more, AVBot add, let's just say Dallas Zoom room. Now we also have the Dallas Zoom room. So AVBot list rooms. It will show that we have two rooms. We have, oh, whoops, I added, that was my fault. AVBot create Dallas Zoom room. I added that as an equipment by accident. Now we've created that room, so if we do AVBot list rooms, we now will see that we have the Dallas Zoom room and we have the San Francisco Zoom room. So that's how it works, guys. If we wanted to search for, let's say, resources, we could do AVBot find resource webinar, and it will show that San Francisco Zoom room, the San Fran Zoom room, has the resource Zoom room. So if you have hundreds of rooms and they all have different resources or all have different equipment, users can very simply go ahead and look for the rooms that have those specific pieces of equipment that they need or resources that the rooms are equipped with. And then it would be very easy for me to say, okay, this room has the equipment that I need. Let me get a little closer look at it. And then you can easily book the room, which will take you right to Google Calendars, which you have to authenticate with. So that's it, guys. That is the very quick and easy integration with setting up the AVBot to manage your Zoom rooms.